Using some really fundamental principles, I'm going to show you how to turn cauliflower, red pepper and some kale into a delicious vegetable side, a vegetable element to go with some tikka masala split peas. It's really simple. Basically, there's not that many principles you need to know in order to be a proficient, completely intuitive home cook, being able to feed yourself, your family and friends, having fun doing so without ever having to rely on recipes. Again, there's nothing wrong with recipes, but really understanding the fundamentals of what's going on behind the recipes is what allows us to just be able to cook on the fly with what we have around, never have to throw anything out, being able to use seasonal produce, getting healthy in the process, and really just enjoying our food more, which is foundational for living a fulfilled and healthy and happy life. So again, the cauliflower here, which is going to be pan roasted. We got a pepper, probably just going to leave that raw. Maybe season it with a little bit of salt. And then the coriander, which is going to be turned into a yogurt sauce. Then I've got some kale here, which I'm going to basically steam, just using a little bit of olive oil and some salt, maybe some vegetable stock actually in the water, just to give it a slight nuance of flavor. All right, so over here I've got some water that's been brought to the boil for the kale, and I'm just going to add a bit of veg stock. You could also add a little bit of few drops of soy sauce, salt, any kind of umami, or basically just salt if you just prefer the salt, and as well a little bit of fat like olive oil. I don't know what it is exactly about this. Somehow it really just helps the flavors along, and somehow coats it. It's just a drop, and that makes all the difference. And then whatever it is that you are steaming just goes in there. A pinch of salt. And then that'll steam very quickly, and then in the meantime, in a couple of minutes, and then in the meantime, I will just prepare my cauliflower. Always when you're making vegetable elements, whether it's for like this, kind of like a warm salad, you know, so using a cooked element, a roasted element that has a bit of caramelization in there somewhere as one of the components, just really works incredibly well. So in this case, I'm going to show you the easiest way that I use a lot to pan roast cauliflower. And you basically just cut it in sort of nice slices. So the stalk is what keeps everything together still. Right, and that looks like, yeah, that's enough. You will just love it, Station. So just the thing to do is just quickly for the coriander. So the first thing you do, it could be any herb, mint, parsley, whatever you want to be using. Boiling water over, then my grains that I pre-cooked and porridge, just pour these way to regenerate those. It's just into a separate bowl, and then we dunk it into cold water. But if it continues to cook, it's going to change the color of that to happen. The thing here is with dairy, any animal ingredients is, our messages or our philosophy is less but better quality flavor rather than being the main thing. Of olive oil, good squeeze of lime. So all in all, it took about 5-7 minutes. Pepper here, and it's gonna the kale, both of it which is seasonal, and then the peppers there really too. Bit of, it's just so easy now. You just chop it up into whatever. This is really important. Separately makes a huge. Got my coriander yogurt dressing here that I'm just gonna pour. I mean, because it's a low-fat version, it gets a bit thin, but just a touch more salt.